Aussie Kiwi. Okay, so I do think this one's also changing directions a bit. So similar to all the other Aussie pairs, I think the Aussie's going bearish. And so according to this, I mean it's above the moving average, so it is kind of technically bullish, but it doesn't seem to be wanting to make new highs, and it's been struggling with this 108 to 60 level for a while here. And so what I'm thinking is it's gonna go lower. And I drew this out. This area I drew out a long time ago because I wanted price to break this area, and then I was looking for a short at the time, but instead it found support and came up. So I mean this isn't valid, so I'll delete all this. I haven't looked at this in a while, but so we'll clear all these up and we'll figure out. I'm looking for a short position on this, and I think we're actually pretty close to one already. And so what I'm going to do is move these monthly parameters up and figure out if we are bullish and we're looking for, or sorry, if we're bearish and we're looking for a sell, where are we possibly entering here? So the high for the month is actually right here on August 15th, right at like 108.80. So we'll place this here, and we don't have to be exact. So 108.80, and this usually moves, let's see, about 260, 270 pips a month. So we'll figure out what a good whole number is and where this might be headed to. If this is the high, then let's say it goes 280 pips on the month. So we're looking at like 106, which is actually quite a ways down. I don't think it would actually do that, but 280 might be a lot. So we'll say 250. So that would put us at 106.30-ish. So this is what we're looking at. I don't know if it's going to make it this far in the month, but I mean, it hasn't made it any higher. It does seem to be like, this is why I'm a little hesitant to short this, and it's kind of conflicting. So, and we're going to have to wait probably a while, and I probably won't get a trade off on this week coming up, but I'll break down the technicals and we can figure out like maybe what the best scenario is. But so you can see from here, you know, price came down, came up, came back down, never made a new low. So this is technically a higher low, which means it's still bullish, and it came up here, pulled back, and you know, it's found some support here. So this is what I'm battling. So like it found support here, but then it's finding resistance here. So it doesn't want to go lower, but it also doesn't want to go higher, and it's had all month to go higher than this, and it just hasn't. So you know, I think what I'm gonna have to wait for is a couple things on this for me to take a trade on Aussie Kiwi. And again, there's so many other pairs we can trade, we don't have to force anything, which is nice. But to me, this is still, if we look on the daily, price is above the moving average. If we look at the 4 hour, price is still above the moving average. If we look at the 1 hour, price is still above the moving average. So to me, this is still way too bullish, too short. And so I would wait, and I would let it probably do its thing for the rest of the month and see where it ends up, and see if it breaks this main level here, this daily section here. And you can see we have a nice whole level here. So remember what I always say, guys, price loves whole numbers. So I'll put this in here, and this is probably what we're looking to break. So we'll say 108. We'll figure out exactly where it is, and that's what we're going to wait for price to just break, because we don't need to force anything. So, but I know once it breaks 108, and if it breaks this little area here, so not only 108 even, which is this line, which clearly price has been holding above it, you can see it functioned as resistance, and then it broke it, and now it's functioning as support. So it's got to break 108, and ideally this whole liquidity zone just gets broken. And then at that point, once that happens, that means price is below the daily moving average, it's below the 4 hour, and it's below the 1 hour. So, because you can see this is your 108 line. So that means price would be below all the moving averages. Yes, we're going to miss out on the perfect entry, but we're going to wait, and we're going to get an even better entry. We're not going to be too early. We're not going to short it now, even though this is like a heavy resistance zone, and you probably could pull a short out of this, in my opinion. But I think we'd better just to wait. There's other pairs. There's even other Aussie pairs that we can short for the time being and make good money on. So we'll just let this play out. And this is the end of the month here. You can see this nice September 1st line here. So this is the end of the month / the beginning of next month. So we'll let price come down, let it do its thing, and then we'll go from there. Let it break the zone so we know that it's fully bearish and it wants to go back down, instead of the chance that, I mean, yes, price is heavily rejecting this zone, but it's also created support at 108. So I don't know, it could break this zone, right? If the Kiwi decides to get really, really weak, which I actually think it will, I think it's had a, I think, you know, if the Kiwi starts to get weak, then it could push this up enough to break through the zone. Even if the Aussie is weak as well, If the Kiwi becomes weaker, then it's going to push this up, obviously. That's how currency pairs work. So yeah, it's rejecting the upside, but it's also rejecting the downside, so we have to let it break one. And right now it's still above the daily, and it's above the 4-hour moving average. So, and it, you know, you can see this structure here. It's creating higher highs and higher lows so far. I mean, this one's pretty much bang on even. So there's actually a 4-hour zone here that's been respected. So, you know, and then as soon as it hit this zone here, it completely sold off. So like, I do kind of want to short this, don't get me wrong, but there's just other factors going against me that I don't like. And I don't, you know, you don't have to take trades that you don't feel 100% on. You never have to take a trade. You could look at this chart every single day for the rest of your life and never take a trade. That's totally fine. You actually won't lose any money that way. That's the thing. That's the cool thing. Like, the more you wait, the less money you will lose. So don't force it. Let price break this area, and then break this 108 specifically, and then yeah, then we'll look for an entry there. We'll have a fresh month. So again, it moves about 260, 270 pips a month. So we'll let it break this area, and then we'll figure out where we're headed, and then boom, we'll capture 200 plus pips on the next trade. And it's just, we just have to let it break the zone. So all you gotta do is wait a week and just see what it does, and then enter upon that, and then you take much better trades. And there's trades that we can take. Oh, market just opened, so there's trades that we can take way before this one, and then once we're out of those trades, you enter this one, right? It's kind of like there's always a trade to take. You just have to find out which one it is. And for the time being, you know, this might not be the pair to trade. It might be a week or two. It's no problem. There's other trades. So that is my take on Aussie Kiwi. Let me know what you guys think in the comments.